Hello, and welcome to Appleton Engaged. I'm your host, Timber Smith, DEI coordinator for the city of Appleton. And Appleton Engaged is a podcast that explores the many people, organizations, and resources that make our community a great place to live, work, and play. So whether you're a longtime resident or just getting to know Appleton, join us as we learn more about our community together. Hello there, Appleton Engaged listeners. How are we doing today? It is a fantastic day with a fantastic guest and another fantastic resource. I'm really excited to talk about this one because I don't know a lot about them, but I can tell from the energy of our guests, it's going to be a fire episode with really good information for the community. So that always makes me excited. I don't know about you, but let's jump in. This week's guest is Samantha Packard, Volunteer Engagement Supervisor for the Community Clothes Closet. Hey, Samantha.
Hi, Timber.
How are you doing today?
I am doing fantastic.
Yeah?
I am.
I didn't oversell it, did I?
Nope, not at all. Right on par.
Right on par. Perfect. Well, I'll tell you what. You ready to jump in?
Let's do it.
Please tell us about yourself and your association with Appleton or the surrounding Fox Cities region.
Yeah, absolutely. So I actually kind of fall into the just getting to know Appleton portion. My son and I moved here about 6 years ago, and we've been exploring ever since. Just want to say that when we moved here, it honestly felt like home pretty quickly. So I love the community. I've been in volunteer management and nonprofit for about a decade now. So this is right up my alley, Community Clothes Closet. It's a fantastic organization. And I'm just really enjoying contributing to the community that we have here.
6 years, huh?
Yep.
All right.
It's gone fast.
Well, you know what? That means we get to keep you.
Yay. I think I'm staying.
You're staying. Awesome. All right. Well, Samantha, can you please tell us about the Community Clothes Closet?
Absolutely, with joy. So the Community Clothes Closet is an organization that gives free clothing to all people in need. That's it. That's all. Super easy mission. We're located, our main facility is in Menasha off of Opportunity Way, which I think is a super fitting street name for that. We do have a traveling truck that actually goes to 5 other communities as well. Wapaka, Clintonville, Berlin, Chilton, and Oshkosh. Was that 5? Did I count 5?
Yep, that was 5.
Sometimes I miss one. So our main location, like I said, is in Menasha, and then the truck travels around doing distributions to people that can't quite make it to us. So that's been an incredible resource. We're actually celebrating almost 45 years in service. We began in the basement of a church, and I have some volunteers that have been with us for almost a quarter of a century. And I often hear stories about how when this organization started, you could only allow a couple people in to shop at a time. It was literally like a little closet. And now we're in a 20,000 square foot building, serving almost 11,000 clients. So,
wow.
Yes, we have grown a lot. So, yeah, we serve a super diverse population. So we do have, obviously we serve Appleton, Menasha, Fox Valley area. We have a lot of new families that come from out of country. So we're helping them get their footing, get started, welcoming them to the community with new clothing, right? Then we also serve a plethora of people. We serve the working poor. We serve survivors of abuse, veterans, people with varying abilities, people facing homelessness. And then, sometimes there's just families that have a circumstance, like they lose everything in a house fire.
Right.
And they're coming to us for assistance. So serving a lot of people.
How do you get signed up? Like, is it something you have to sign up for, or do you just sign up, or are there just certain days that you're open?
Yeah, great question. So we do have a process just to kind of keep it structured. We don't want it to be complete chaos, but we don't want it to be difficult to get to us. So any human service agency or somebody that might just kind of identify as serving somebody could send a referral over. So oftentimes we get referrals from Harbor House, Levin, the food pantry, churches, schools, World Relief, things like that. One night we even had a paramedic refer because they were working with somebody in the middle of the night and they were deemed to need clothing. So really anybody that's serving them, send them over. We don't ask for proof of income or anything like that. As long as somebody else is saying, hey, we've seen they have this need, We take them, we give them clothing. So they do have to have that referral, and then they come in and we get them signed up for a shopping card.
Okay, so it is referral based.
Yes.
There does have to be a referral.
Typically, we do have emergency services, though. We do have sometimes a family comes in, they've just lost everything in an accident or something, and we can help them on an emergency basis, of course. We don't like to turn anybody away. So,
how big is your team that you work with? Because I'm assuming there's probably a mix of actual staff, and then it sounds like you're going to need some volunteers.
Yes, we have a small but mighty staff. We're in some transition and we're growing, so we have new opportunities opening up. I would say, I think we're at 7 employees currently, 6 or 7, and then 150 volunteers.
Where do these clothes come from?
Our community, our amazing community.
Because, I mean, that would be my big thing. Because, I know there's need. Clothes are not cheap, right?
No, not at all.
And I'm assuming, like, there's got to be people who either donate them or businesses or organizations that donate. How does that work?
Primarily, it is other community members, people cleaning out their closet of a loved one that passed. Their kids are outgrowing their clothes. They shopped a little too much and their closet's getting full. After garage sale season, we get the leftovers. We have some people that actually go out and buy brand new and donate to the mission. We do have businesses and other partners that will also donate. Trade Home Shoes has donated, shoes and socks before. So it's really a combination, but primarily it's just our amazing community.
So what are the hours? When are you available?
So a couple different sets of hours. So our donation center is Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., which I get can be challenging for some people. So we do have Monday evening hours as well, 6 to 8 p.m., and then Gundersons throughout the Fox Valley and Oshkosh accept donations on our behalf as well. So their hours are a little bit more expanded.
Okay. Yeah, because I was going to say, how do people make donations also? Let me separate the times. Is there set times when those in need can come get it versus those who need to make donations, or are those times overlapping?
Yes, there are 2 separate times. So the shopping times are Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, 10 a.m. to 12:45 p.m., and then Monday evenings, 6 to 7:45 p.m. Realize those are kind of short hours. We do run into that where that's a barrier for some people. So we're always trying to do everything we can to accommodate that. But the client shopping hours are a little bit different so that we can continue to restock the floor and keep it shoppable and everything for our clients.
What's the number one thing that people in need?
Oh, and I have to narrow it down to one thing.
Well, no, wait. You don't have to narrow it down. Give me your list. Because what I'm trying to do is, if I'm an Appleton Engaged listener and I'm thinking, I want to help.
Yep.
What do I need to donate? What should I be in my closet looking for that will actually do you some good? Men's
clothing. Always seem to be short on that. I think a lot of times that by the time they come to us, they're pretty worn out, very well loved. We just got a massive response from the community for children's clothing. We're usually always in need of that, but we're doing okay right now on that. But brand new pillows are always in need. We don't accept used pillows. Towels, bedding in the winter, like winter hats, waterproof gloves, snow pants, boots, coats. Those are always very high need. So I would say those are probably the top ones.
How do people know about this great resource?
That's a great question. I know we're trying to get out there more. We're hiring actually a marketing coordinator. Little plug there. We're on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. Are partnering with Gundersons. Our name's all over the Gunderson locations. Lots of our team's always going out, trying to go on the radio, do things like this awesome podcast. We're definitely trying to get the word out there. So,
what do you think the public might have a misunderstanding about the organization or the mission?
That's a great question. I personally think misunderstanding just might be with our clientele in general. I think a lot of people might think this could never happen to me, and maybe they separate themselves from who we serve. But in my experience, most of us, maybe not all, but many of us are just one circumstance away from needing that extra hand up, and that's okay, and there's nothing wrong with that, and that's what we're there for. So,
no, that's so true. Mm-hmm. It could be anything that puts you in that situation. Well, at this time, let me just ask, Do you have a story for us? Samantha, what we like here at Appleton Engaged is a good story that helps us understand the impact of your resource.
Absolutely.
You got one for us? And
I
if you,
do.
and
I
if-
do.
Oh, and if you've got two, we'll take those. No.
There is a lot of great stories. There is so many grateful clients and so many heartwarming moments. But the one that, when you asked me this, the one that pops into my head, just a few weeks back, we had a family reach out. It was a multi-generational family. So, like grandparents, parents, children all living together. It was 8 people in one house. They thought life was going pretty well for the most part. They lost everything in a house fire completely unexpectedly, everything but what was on their backs. They found out about us, fortunately, and they came to us. They had no idea exactly what we did or how we could help, and some of our team actually jumped in. It was a very overwhelming process. There was a couple of family members there trying to shop for all 8 people. It was a little overwhelming for them on top of, this huge loss and grieving. So some of our team jumped in and said, how can we help? Tell us the sizes, we'll help you shop. We were out on that floor with all these carts, filling them up, shopping, and before she left, the mom who I was chatting with was just in tears, and you could just see this huge wave of relief. And she's like, I can't thank you enough. I don't even know how to repay you for this. With everything we're going through, we just didn't know how we were going to get through this. And you guys were just so helpful. And one less thing that I have to worry about. And those are the types of stories, right, that make it so worth what we do.
And since you mentioned this word, I just want to reinforce it to our Appleton Engaged listeners. This is all free, correct?
All free. Yep.
Amazing.
Yep.
Just amazing. Do you only do clothes? Is there any other items?
So, yeah, kind of what I always say is whatever you could put on your body. So we do take accessories, right? Hats, jewelry, ties, belts, even backpacks, purses, things like that. And then kind of the one-off item that isn't really clothing, but pillows and bedding and towels, which we're always in need of. Those are just also basic needs that we provide that people could really use.
Are there any upcoming events or initiatives or engagement opportunities?
Yes, absolutely. We actually have our Pajama-Rama event coming up. I'm still kind of new with the organization. I just started last December, so I'm excited to see this event. We collect brand new pajamas year round, and this event, we transform our shopping floor, and we have kiddos ages 2 to 12 come. They get to pick out a brand new pair of pajamas, a brand new blanket, a pillow, a stuffed animal, and a book. And it's just, to promote that idea of everybody deserves that warm, cozy slumber, right? So it's just a fun little event we do right before the holidays, and all of our staff and volunteers wear their pajamas as well. I'm really excited about that event. So people can donate for that. People can reach out and volunteer.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That just made me think, is there anything in particular that happens around the holiday season? Because that's coming upon us here.
You mean in terms of people needing clothing? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do feel like we see a lot of people needing warmer clothing, especially those new families that are coming over from other countries. Sometimes we see people that haven't really experienced snow before.
Oh, yes.
So what a terrifying concept, right? It's cold. So being able to provide them with snow pants and boots and coats so they can survive that winter, but also anybody facing homelessness, staying out of a car, those items are absolutely critical. So.
Okay, well, you know what? I think you've framed a lot of things really well for the community. So let me just ask this. What can the community do to be helpful to the clothes closet?
I love that question. So many things they can do to help. Obviously, volunteer. I'm the volunteer engagement supervisor, so they would reach out to me. We have a lot of openings on our website of various roles. There's so many options. It's really easy to find a good fit for somebody. They can always donate, of course. Donations keep our doors open, keep things revolving. I also say just in general, they can help by just being kind, right? And offering help to others whenever they can. Like I said, we're all one circumstance away from needing help. We're a community. This is what we do. We work together. And I think I really love the Appleton community because of how kind everyone's been. So
I second that. Facts. Who can people contact if they want to learn more and how to get engaged?
Yeah, I mean, they can certainly contact me. I can answer everything the best I can, especially anything related to volunteering, right? Otherwise, we do have a main email too for just general questions, info@communityclothescloset.org. You can reach out to me, sam@communityclothescloset.org. We keep our emails nice and simple. We're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. There's an interest form on our website, communityclothescloset.org. So they can reach out any of those ways.
Do you ever partner with like businesses or anything in our region for support or resources?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of businesses, some of them in the form of just volunteering like regularly. They'll set up like shout out to Community First Credit Union. They typically try to come monthly or every other month, a big old group. They have like a wait list and everything. It's incredible. And, we do have support in that, sometimes we'll get Bamba socks donated. Trade Home Shoes has donated socks before, Subaru, and then just a lot of companies will organize their own donation drives for us. So lots of great support from the community.
That's awesome to hear. Okay. One more question.
Yes.
Is there anything else you would like to share with the Appleton Engaged listeners that maybe we didn't get a chance to share or ask a question about?
I think one last thing that I would like to add, maybe for anybody that is listening that's on the side of wanting to become a client or reach out for help. I know that for many people, and I've heard this from current clients that I've worked with, reaching out can be hard. It's a hit to the ego. It's a hit to the pride. We want to prove that we can do it all by ourselves, right? And sometimes we might be shamed for asking for help, but there is nothing wrong with asking for help. There's nothing wrong with reaching out. That's what we're all here for, and we're here to do it together. So if this is something that you could utilize, I suggest reaching out and coming to see us.
Awesome. Okay. Well, Samantha, you know what time it is?
Uh-oh.
It is shout out time. So that means it's time to give some shout outs. Who you want to give shout outs to?
I want to give a shout out to my boss, our executive director, Lisa. She is incredible. She does a wonderful job running the organization. She's so kind-hearted, always trying to find ways to make everything better for the clients and the staff and the volunteers. And I want to shout out our small but mighty team. They work so hard to keep this place running, and they all put their hearts into it. And then, of course, my beloved volunteers, all 149 of them.
Holy cow.
Yes. Every week, we just have, on Mondays alone, we have almost 80 volunteers that come in. Mondays are a busy day, but they come in every week, and they're so dedicated, and they're fun, and we just couldn't do it without them. So shout out to them.
Okay. Well, Samantha, we just want to, here at Appleton Engage, we want to take a moment and just say thank you. All right, Appleton Engage listeners, thank you for giving us your minds and your ears and spending time with us to learn about another amazing resource here in the Appleton region, helping to make our community a better place. This is powerful, and we are so lucky to have a resource like this available to help those who run into challenging times. Now, Appleton Engage listeners, we are trying to become the #1 podcast in Northeast Wisconsin, and we can't do it without your help. So, a couple of things we need. We are a work in progress, so if you got suggestions on how we can make the program better, please reach out to us and let us know. If there's different questions you would like us to ask, please reach out to us and let us know. If you would like to be a guest, hey, guess what? Reach out and let us know. And if you would like to recommend a guest, you should reach out and let us know. So how do you do that? Well, you can reach us at diversity@appleton.org. Once again, that is diversity@appleton.org. Also, we think an informed community makes a better community, a stronger community, a more engaged community. And how do we do that? Well, I think we do that by getting more ears on our amazing podcast. So we need your help with that. It's called analytics. What can you do? Well, while you're listening to us right now, take a moment and give us a 5-star rating. Also, subscribe to the show. And if you've got a few extra minutes, go ahead and fill out a full review. These things increase our analytics. The better our analytics, the more eyes and ears get to learn about this amazing resource we have here in our community known as the Appleton Engaged Podcast. Okay, well, I hope that after hearing everything that Samantha shared with us, you're all going to go dig around in your closet a little bit and find those things that could be better used by someone in need. I already have been thinking to myself, what do I got in my closet? And if you know me, I think I got a few extra ties that some person could probably really utilize that I do not rock anymore. So I think that is what I'm going to share. But until next time, stay thoughtful, stay curious, and stay engaged.